Siobhan, can you hear me? We are live, by the way.
Hello, I can.
Hey,
How's
everybody,
it
look who we have here, Siobhan. How are
going?
you?
Hi. I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Great to meet you finally.
Me
Uh,
too.
Again, we are very sorry for our UK fans.
I didn't think anybody would care, to be honest. I saw those comments and I was like, oh no, I feel so bad.
No, they're going to watch it back in a few hours. I know actually some of them stayed up. There'll be a few in here that have stayed up. It's 3 or 4 a.m. in the UK. So great to
That's
have you
dedication.
guys in here. How's it all been, Siobhan? How's it all been with the Quarry? I mean, it's been a real hit, hasn't it?
I am very happy with how it's been received. It's been pretty overwhelmingly positive, which is rare in the industry. And it's been long awaited. As you know, we worked on the game for a long time. So that anticipation has been building for quite some time. And it's been really nice and really validating to hear the excitement that people have about it.
It must be hard for years. You have to sort of hold on to this secret, and you just want to tell everyone about it. I feel like that'd be tough for me to sort of get a grips with.
Yeah, yeah, for sure it is. I mean, luckily I told my family and friends. I'm not that good at keeping NDA. I mean, I could be that good at keeping to an NDA, but I also hold my friends and family. They all have to sign NDAs around me anyway. So I'm just kidding. They don't have to, but yeah, no, it's definitely hard. It's really hard. I mean, for me though, I was bugging Will all the time over those 3 years. He was very patient with me and all my incessant questions. And he would send me so many photos as we went along, being like, look what we just made. Like, look at this update. Look at this graphic. Look at this concept art. And he really kept me in the loop. So I feel like I was able to kind of get it out of my system at him or like at Ted. So at
so,
least it was productive.
so you were actually trying to get like see the updates with the gameplay and everything. Is that what you mean? You were like asking for little hints and things like that, or like,
I guess not so much gameplay, like, but more just cinematic stuff. I mean, he would send me
yeah,
clip things or screen grabs or like
yeah,
design. He was so
yeah.
sweet. He really kept me in the loop a lot more than he had to and made me feel like part of the creative team, which was really cool.
Can I ask how? Obviously, your name's Siobhan, but I'm guessing you've had so many weird pronunciations over the years. What's the weirdest you've heard?
Soybean.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
Soybean.
yeah.
Someone has
And I was
come.
like,
Someone has come up to you in person and said that. Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
I think I was like 4, and I
Oh
still
man.
remember it because I just remember being like, how? But it stuck with me.
Oh,
It's never happened since, sadly, but
okay.
maybe
That's good to hear. So
I
what?
get a lot of like Sioban, Siobhan. I mean, the funny thing is like my name sounds pretty natural when you say it in conversation, but like every bastardization of it is like really painful to hear because it's just an ugly sound.
Oh, well, I don't get that problem with Dan Allen. Two first names,
No,
two last names. Dan John Allen. So the
but I
most
bet people always put the second A in your last name, don't they?
yes, they do. They
Yeah.
do, and that really irks me. Don't do
I
it, guys.
know.
Freaking hell. It's Allen. Um,
Oh.
so talk to me because you're actually what people might not know is you're a bit of a gamer yourself, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I'm not like incredibly good at them, is what I would say, but I
Yeah,
love playing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So did you play until dawn before you, while you were playing this role? Oh, we got a friend here, everybody.
Yeah. Hello, this is Chi Chi. He's been literally making appearances in every interview I've done this week. He's a little bit of a camera slut.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I loved Until Dawn. Yeah, I played it. I think probably the year that it came out, not like right when it came out, but I just heard about it in the industry and wanted to check it out and was hooked. Um, I just bought this projector to watch movies on. And so I played it like, I don't know, 12 feet wide on my wall, which was pretty awesome. And played it all through in one night and was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. And accidentally killed pretty much every character, like killed all my favorite characters by accident. Kind of like my playthrough of the Quarry the first time. But yeah, and I was just obsessed with it. And it was kind of funny because I was just like, man, I would kill to do a video game. Like this is so next level. Like as a kid, I didn't grow up with any consoles or gaming systems or anything like that. My parents weren't super strict or anything like that, but they just didn't think that video games were a good way to spend time. So I would always go play Mario Kart at my friend's place and stuff like that. But I didn't get a ton of hands-on experience, which is probably why I'm not that like technically skilled at them.
Yeah.
But so yeah, when I got old enough, I was like, I'm buying my own PlayStation and I'm gonna play it on a projector on my wall, and got Until Dawn. And yeah, I played it again that same week and I just thought it was nuts. It actually got me into games, I think, more as an adult, because at that time, I don't think that I bought a lot of other video games. It was probably one of the first. And then it really got me hooked on a lot of different games. Yeah.
So that was your first like big foray into gaming as an adult?
Yeah. One of them for sure.
Yeah.
Outside of like Mario games. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you played anything else that you can recommend or anything else recently? Obviously, besides the Quarry.
Um, yeah. I mean, I love all the standard kind of adventure games. I love the Uncharted's and The Last of Us. I actually haven't played the second one yet, which I think I
Oh,
have it. I haven't had time yet.
yeah.
I haven't felt like being super depressed because the games are really heavy.
Oh, you thought the first one was depressing. Jeez.
And yeah, the second one is like a million times worse, I've heard, and I kind of know some of the things that happen, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
dreading playing it.
Yeah.
But I'll love it when I start it. And I really loved Unravel. I don't know if you've ever
What a
played that.
great game. Little what do you call him? A yarn?
Yarny?
Yarny?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I love
such
that
a
game. Yeah.
beautiful, yeah, like the sound, like the score, it's so
Mm,
nostalgic. Like I don't think I've ever had such evocative nostalgia from anything. Like
mm.
you you feel so much and you're playing as a ball of yarn. Like, come on, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is
Um,
beautiful. There was a
yeah.
sequel as well.
Yes,
I wonder if they'll
I
go
played
back to
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was cute. I think it was really short.
Yeah,
The
it was
sequel.
short. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you played Last of Us and you've played a few
Mhm.
other games and now you've played The Quarry, right? You have played it.
Yeah, I
And
played it twice so far.
and how was that experience? I mean, you're in this game, you're the lead. Um, what's that like? Because I mean, you know what's happening, I'm guessing. I mean, you worked on it. So it's not like you don't know where the story could go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think that luckily we had so much space in between filming it and it coming out that I forgot most of what led to what. So that was convenient. And then there was the other part of I'd read all of the scripts that my character was in, but I was never given any of the scripts for any of the other counselors or like the chapters that I wasn't a part of. So there was a good deal of the game that I had no clue what was going to happen, which was cool. Yeah.
Right.
So
So with all the stuff with um, Miles's character and all that sort of stuff, you didn't know about?
um so I knew that his hand got well. Is that a
It
count as a
could,
spoiler?
well, it could count.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what's the I know that his hand could be there or could maybe not be there. But that was only because they talked about it as like, oh, as to how he should stand, whether handless or handed and whatnot. But so it was just kind of stuff that was mentioned in passing
Right.
or whatnot. And the scenes that I was in, like with Miles and with Justice, I was there, obviously. But as for any of the stuff that Laura wasn't in the scene as a part of, I had no clue.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, cool.
Keep those questions coming in, guys. I will get to them in a second. So, did you? with Laura, how did it work in your gameplay playthrough? Did she make it through? The big question. Did
No. And I was real mad
oh, do
because
you? Yeah.
I just remember like the one. So when we are filming all the multiple endings and whatnot, we go through them in order of how they're written, and we'd gone through like 3 endings when you're in the Hackett house of how the scene could play out, and we got to the one where I don't think this is a spoiler. Cover your ears if you don't want what might be a spoiler. The scene where Travis and Laura kill each other at the same time. And Ted and I were both just like, that is so fucking badass. Like, what? Kill each other dead at the same time. And the title of the scene was kind of ridiculous too. I can't remember what it was. We were like, that's so crazy. And that's the ending that I got. And I was like, no, it's not cool. Like, why was this? This is the worst ending. So I was super mad.
Oh. But the second one, you said you played through it twice, so the second one was much better, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Second one,
Yeah.
I didn't tell Emma like right away.
Yeah.
And then saved Laura till the end and Travis.
You know what was really cool? With one of the better endings, with you and I think you and Max survive, and there's a reuniting scene.
Oh,
I believe they play one of your songs at the end.
yeah.
Little
Yeah, they
Easter
should.
egg. That is pretty cool. I got to say.
Thanks.
How did
Yeah.
that come about?
Um, well, we spent a lot of time together over the years and got
So
to know each other.
you forced him. You said you're gonna put this
Yeah. I
song
said,
in.
you will not release Laura in the game unless you put my song in this one scene. That's right. No, and I was just starting to release some of my music, and so I just was showing it to Will, and
Yeah.
I showed it because I was just talking about it. It was like relevant at the time. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing some music and stuff. And so, yeah, I guess Will just ended up really liking it. And then lo and behold, I remember he sent me, again, like I said, I was lucky to get so many updates. He sent me a clip, and I think I watched it like when I didn't have Wi-Fi, and it was a large clip or something, but it was just the scene of the reunite. And I was like watching it, and I wasn't really paying attention to the music or anything. I was just like, oh, cool, that's great. Like, really nice. Well, looks awesome or something. And then I think I watched it again a few hours later, and I was like, wait, it's my song. He was like, what do you think? And I was just like, oh my God, yes, I love it so much. I was so happy. Yeah, the game
So
had been such a part of my life for
you
years.
didn't even ask. He just put it in as a sort of
Oh,
surprise.
I mean, well, as I was playing it for everybody and when I played it for Will, I was like, if you ever want to use any of these, like
Feel
I
free.
actually, yeah, and it was mostly because I had this one song that I've written called Satellite, which is kind of weird and creepy.
I
Um,
just played it, by the way.
oh, thanks. Cool. Yeah, so it's like a bit weird. And I kind of thought, that makes sense for werewolves. It's like,
Yeah.
if you want to use it, but then I guess everything was like a good fit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really stoked.
And it must be a bit extra special because I know you worked on another game for a number of years. Was I on the right track with the email? You don't have to say.
Can't say yes or no,
Okay. Okay.
but
Wink. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
or like,
That sucks, man. I don't want to make this negative or anything, but that really
oh,
sucks. That didn't come ahead with
I
Capcom.
agree.
Yeah.
hmm we were all super devastated by that one. It was like really, yeah, really sucked.
Yeah. Hopefully, you never know. I'm guessing that footage is still around somewhere. I don't
It
know how.
is. I know. I can't
Yeah.
keep it. Maybe someone will buy it one day, but
Yeah,
it's
I
funny
don't know how it
actually.
works. Yeah.
It's funny because after I played Until Dawn, like I was saying the whole time I was playing, I was just thinking, my God, it would be so cool to do a video game. Like that's on my bucket list now. I hope I can do one video game before I die because Until Dawn was so cool. And then literally the next week after I played it, I got my first ever video game audition. And it ended up being for that game that I worked for 3 years on. And I got it and I couldn't believe it. I was so over the moon. And then, yeah, the game ended, when the studio shut down. And then it was probably sometime in that year that I heard about the Quarry, and I was just like, this is such a weird full circle
Oh,
situation, because I probably maybe wouldn't have gotten the Quarry if I hadn't had the motion capture experience that I got from the job that Until Dawn prepared me for. It was really weird.
that's the thing. It works out in the end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you never know. If you didn't do that gig, you might not have got this one, and you just don't know, do you?
No, you don't.
Um, Carl and Nick PX. Sorry, I'm shocking with names. Who
It's okay.
who told you about the work confirmation for being the face and voice of Laura, and what was your reaction upon receiving this news? How was your first experience like doing motion capture and doing voice acting?
So how did I figure out that I was going to be the face and voice of Laura?
I guess so, yeah.
Well, Will actually reached out to me and just said that he was going to be making a game. Would
Yeah.
I be ever interested in doing another video game? And I was like, you're Will fucking Biles, yes. Well, I will do whatever you want me to do. Because I think he's so amazing.
You're
Sorry, am
Will
I allowed to
fucking
swear on here?
Biles.
Okay, yeah. I should have asked at the beginning of this interview. Yeah, and then so I didn't really get a lot of information about it until I had an offer, and then
Yeah.
this was so long ago, I don't even remember like if they sent me a script at the time. They
Was this
probably did.
2019?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This would have
Wow.
been like more than 3 years ago. This would have
Shit.
been like spring 2019. Yeah.
When did you wrap shooting?
My last shoot was in February of, not this February, past February, but the one before. So February 2021.
Wow. Right.
Yeah.
So a full another year of development. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Guess just
Yeah.
ironing out the kinks and all that. Yeah. No, but
For
what is
sure.
cool about this game is that it's your face as well, which is not, not really typical in gaming. Like even The Last of Us, which you've played, that's not what the actors look like, for
Right.
example. So is that a weird feeling seeing your face, or is it sort of cool in a way?
I think it's like, it's really weird the first time you see it.
Mm.
And then after that, you just kind of are disconnected in a
Yeah.
way. It just doesn't feel like you. You're just like, oh, that's a
Ah,
face. Oh,
okay.
face. I don't know.
Mm.
For me, anyways, it's probably different for everybody.
Do
Did
you
you ask Ted that question?
did I what?
Did you ask Ted that question?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I'm like, what does everyone else say? I'm always curious.
Well, a lot of people, I was going to ask you, a lot of people don't watch their own work. Like they, I don't know, they cringe or something. They can't watch it. A lot of people I
Yeah,
talk, are you the same? Like even TV, movies, they're like, I can't watch it back for whatever reason.
it
Which
depends. Go ahead.
I would be one to, I'm watching it over and over. Maybe I'm self-absorbed, but I would want to watch it. I don't know. Maybe I'm different.
I I do think it's a good way to learn if
Yeah.
you're making mistakes that you want to correct.
Mm.
Personally, anyway, for me,
Yeah.
I do watch my own work, but I think it's more so to see like how the collaborative effort came together, because it's really cool that you've all worked together with hundreds of other people to create this thing. So I just really like seeing the final product. Sometimes it's super disappointing and you're like, oh, everyone worked so hard and like something just missed a little bit and whatnot, but it's still always cool to see it come together regardless. So yeah, I do watch my own work. I find I can't really watch it more than once. Once I watch it through and like I'm just paying attention to the story and what's happening. Every other watch, I am just analyzing the crap out of my performance, and I'm like, oh, I should have done this. Oh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then it's ruined, basically.
What's your favorite voice line, favorite character in the Quarry as
What's
well?
my favorite
Favorite
voice line?
voice line and your favorite character.
Um, I have a couple favorite lines. Detective Dick Whippet was definitely one of them.
Is that you doing that, or is that on the script? Yeah, I thought
Oh
so.
no,
Oh,
I didn't write that
oh,
line.
really? Okay.
That was, I mean, I said it, but I would never have been able to come up with that.
Yeah.
um, I also really liked Punch Him in the Dick Hole. Like I just liked, okay, obviously I really like cursing and like emasculating cops. Um, but uh, but no, there were so many. Eat Shit was great. I
So
was just
anything with a swear word, yeah?
basically anytime I got cursing. And my other favorite characters, um, Dylan's definitely a favorite of mine. He just makes me laugh so much. That might also be because Miles makes me laugh so much. I remember when they were doing the scene where he's speaking on the intercom to like send out a message. I remember I was there when they filmed that and they'd done it scripted a couple times, and then he was just like, "Can I just do one, see what happens?" And I remember I was just sitting on the couch and I couldn't see him, but I could hear him. And I remember dying. I was laughing so hard and trying to keep quiet. I was just like, that's brilliant. So he's a favorite of mine for sure. And I also just love Travis. I mean, he's so nuanced and you want to hate him, but you can't. And the more you find out about his life, the more you feel for him. And
So
yeah.
what side of the fence are you on with Travis? You like him or hate him? The character. We love Ted.
Yeah. I think I hate him up until I see him interact with Constance. And then I go, oh, okay, you've just had a hard life. And that explains a lot of your stuff. And then after that, I'm a little more forgiving, but it's still kind of like, okay, you're creepy. You're not making necessarily the most ethical decisions here.
Now, Ted, he just couldn't stop bagging you out. You saw him, right? He just hated working with you. You know that, don't you?
We like, yeah, had to just work opposite
Didn't
both of
Will
them.
had to push you? There was like a full on, punch on,
Yeah,
wasn't there?
the cups. Literally, I won. Whatever he says, he was on. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he obviously loved working with you.
Oh,
You know, what was that like with him? You know, he's a legend, isn't he?
he's such a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so lucky that we got to do so much together and that we were on this project that was so long together because he was just the um, ultimate scene partner, ultimate friend, ultimate coworker, like ultimate co-creative. He's really, really incredible, just the kindest human being and so brilliant with his choices and his ideas. And yeah, I can't say enough about him. I hope we get to work together again one day. Yeah, it was
Oh,
cool. I loved reading the scenes that we'd have together for the first time. Like both at home when I just get a script and be like, oh, we get to do this. I remember when I found out that chapter 7 was all me and Max in prison and whatnot. I was just like, oh, that's gonna be so cool. And
that was
then
really juicy. That stuff, those scenes.
yeah, it
Mm.
was. And then like reading it for the first time and seeing what Ted did was always so different than what you'd imagine. And it was really, really cool.
Mm. Um, and then another one here was, if you were in the quarry, what would you do to survive?
If I was in the quarry, what would I do to survive? Probably not be the defiant version of Laura. I can tell you that much. Um, I don't know. I'd probably do most of the same stuff she did. I think all of that stuff
You'd be
makes
happy
sense.
to get rid of one eye?
I would not be happy about that. No, I probably wouldn't have gotten so close. I wouldn't have been like, let me study you, Max, for my veterinary discipline. What are you feeling? Like, I wouldn't have done that. I'd be
What
a little more risk averse than Laura.
do you wear anything on your eye for that, or is that just fully done after the fact?
Fully done after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I just recently in the last few months figured out that I have this vision problem. and I have to do exercises for my eyes. And I literally got an eye patch from my doctor. And I sent a photo to Will and I was like, I'm not joking. This is my life now. Like, what?
I might have that vision problem. What is it?
Really?
Yeah.
It's binocular dysfunction.
What does that mean?
So I have something called convergence insufficiency, which means that when your eyes are looking at things up close, your eyes are supposed to converge slightly,
Mm.
where my brain kind of blocks out for whatever reason. It's not a lazy eye, like you can't tell from looking at me, but my brain's just negating a signal from one eye, essentially. So I'm only really seeing with one eye, kind of, and then my brain's making up like the other
So you got to
image.
wear an eye patch so the lazy eye starts to move or something, or what?
Not a lazy eye.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So
Not
sorry.
that there's anything wrong with lazy eyes at all. But it's just I wear it for like some exercises that I have to do, but not
Right.
all the time. I don't walk around with it. It's just for like a couple minutes.
What about a cosplay? You know, a Laura cosplay.
I'm probably gonna cosplay.
This Halloween.
Yeah.
I think you have to. I think you have to. What was your favorite scene in The Quarry, Siobhan? From James Tukino.
From James Tukino. Hi, James. My favorite scene in The Quarry. That's a good question. One of my favorites is definitely in the scrapyard when Dylan and Caitlin are there in the thing with the car. That's super cool. Like the graphics are absolutely nuts. I love it. What else? That's honestly probably one of my favorites.
Anything with Dylan, eh?
No, whatever. No, he's very funny. I just think it's super cool. Like I remember making that choice in the game, being like, I think this is the right choice, and it paid off, and I felt really good about it. I think that's part of why I like that too.
I love just the opening 30 minutes with you and
Yeah,
Ted. That's brilliant. That gets you into the
cool.
game. Like
Good.
that because you need a strong opening, and that is the perfect way to do it. It sets everything up. So
I'm happy to hear you liked it. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. I would say that's one of my favorites. Eddie Cardwell, when doing scenes with multiple actors, what was everyone on set? Sorry, was everyone on set at the same time, or were there solo shoots?
Good question. So initially everyone was on set. Although initially it was just Ted, Skylar, and myself. Then when we came back, it was post-COVID. So we actually had a limit of, I think it was 3 or 4 actors on the volume at any given time. So that provided a bit of a challenge. Not so much for me, but for some of the other actors in terms of group scenes and things like that. So depending on who's alive and who's not, there's a scene where they're in the pool house and Laura comes in and there can be Ryan, Dylan, Caitlin, and Abby. Or there cannot be, you know, there can be any combination of them there. So I worked with Dylan and Ryan because I already had other scenes with them as well. But I never met Caitlin. I never met Brenda, and I never met Ariel. So we did have to do like half of that scene, and then they did the other half, and then they put it together.
Did anyone meet those two?
Yes.
They
yeah.
did. Okay.
Other people, yeah, for sure. So they worked with sorry, I'm changing between character names and actor names. It's super confusing.
People know.
So,
that's all right.
Okay. So yes, all of the camp counselors, I believe, other than myself and Max, would have met and done multiple scenes. I was probably the only one that didn't.
Okay, cool. Just Vincent here says, I'm going to cosplay as Dan Allen for Halloween, you know, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we got someone. Bella here says, what was it like working with Ted? Are you a fan of his work? Well, we already mentioned that, but do you want to say anything else on Ted? And if you can hear my dog, that's her going crazy. Just bear with her.
No, I can barely hear it. I loved working with Ted. Yeah, absolutely love him. We're in touch still. We talk all the time. And yeah, and yes, I'm a big fan of his work. I think he's amazing, amazing character actor. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very lucky to have worked alongside him.
Keen Incisions would love to hear your thoughts on Laura and Travis's dynamic and how their fates are inherently tied together. Loved your work, Siobhan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, on their dynamic, I think it's really interesting. I really love how it changed. And there was constantly a power struggle between the two of them.
Mm.
And in the end, even though Travis kept them locked up as prisoners for 2 months, it was because he actually needed Laura, or thought that he needed Laura to solve this massive dumpster fire that his family had become. So I thought it was really neat, a really neat dynamic. And they were constantly both vying for that upper hand, which was really interesting to watch and could be so different depending on how you play the game as well, which is another cool thing about it. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the dynamic he means, but yeah, it was like one of my favorite things. It was really cool to play as an actor and also to watch playing the game and see how it evolved from what it began as.
And I said to Ted as well, I love that interrogation scene you two had where I've played it both ways, where one, you're a bit more defiant, as you say. There's a few F-bombs, I think. And then the other way you're a bit more submissive. Or I don't
Yeah,
know if that's the right word, but you're a bit more playing along. Or,
totally.
yeah, so that sort of stuff, that must be great to chew on as an actor, right?
It is. It's really cool. It's literally like an acting exercise, I
I
guess.
know, yeah.
It's fun playing it too because I'm like, my instincts were like, again, I'm gonna be defiant, Laura. I'm mad. He makes me mad. I'm gonna react to that. So it's fun. I feel like it's really it's a good payoff for when you're playing. Feels very, what's the word? It feels
Satisfying?
good.
Yeah,
Satisfying.
yeah.
Exactly.
Uh, Adamor Nito. Hello, guys. How are you? Very well, thank you.
Hi, Adam. Hi. Great.
Maya. I love you, Siobhan. Can you confirm that Laura and Max were childhood friends who fell in love as they grew up?
I've been asked this before. I'm sure it's probably by Maya. I mean, they're not technically real people, so I can't confirm if that is a fact or not. But I would say that their history has not been written in stone. I have my backstory for Laura, and Skylar will have his for Max. For me, being childhood friends was not a part of it,
Yeah.
but their dynamic does seem very, very comfortable. And I would have imagined that they knew each other for a long time before this game took place. There's definitely a comfort there. So I don't know if that answers the question, but you can imagine, Maya, that they are childhood friends because that's just as valid as any backstory.
I've just noticed something. I've got the cover here, and you're smack bang in the middle.
That's my face.
That's your face. And it's actually R rated here. Is it R rated in America?
I
Or is that
think
just in
so.
Australia? Oh, okay. It is.
No, I think it's not R-rated. And
Well, I don't know. We're very strict over here. Like, we've had games banned and everything.
oh,
I
I
just,
think it's M for mature, I believe.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, we're very strict
Yeah.
for some reason. We're very strict. But,
Oh, the
uh,
F-bomb. Aussies never swear or say anything unruly.
well, I don't think it's this. I think it's the decapitation of heads and things like that. Not so much the
Yeah.
swearing. Might be the
Oh,
werewolves
right.
chewing heads and blood
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
There's some really like disgusting deaths.
Oh man, Caitlin had it pretty bad. I don't know if you've seen some
Oh,
of them. Phew.
really bad. It was
Yeah.
funny. I think I was actually looking at some of your videos today, and I've only really had one really graphic death in my playthrough, and it was Caitlin twice.
Yeah.
Two different ones. Um, but I just saw like a female death compilation in the Quarry, and I was like, oh, interesting. And I was so disturbed. I was like, oh my
Hold on.
God, this is
Did you say
horrible.
female?
Yeah, it was a bit weird. It's a bit weird that they just made like a female death
Okay,
compilation,
he's got a
but
problem, whoever that
I
is.
know.
That was not
I
me.
thought that.
I did not
I
upload that. Okay.
no, it wasn't you.
Everybody, everybody, I did
I
not upload that.
if I could take the click back, I would. Also, I wish I hadn't seen all the deaths. I'm hoping he also had like a male death compilation. Now I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and look. Nobody go look for that. Don't support this guy. He doesn't like women. Oh dear.
I thought about doing a video, 100 brutal deaths in the Quarry, because I reckon there's 100, but
Ah,
yeah, I never got round to it. Maybe one day. You
one
guys have to
day.
let me know if you want to see Laura's head getting eaten by a werewolf. The Cinemaniac, great name. Hi, Siobhan. You are literally the coolest person ever, and I love everything about you.
Oh my
Which,
god.
settle down, mate. Settle down. What about me? I'm here. Which scenes in the Quarry reminded you of Until Dawn?
Oh, good question. Also, I love how you read that. That made it so much better. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I should be an actor. You know.
You should be an actor, yes. Which scenes? A lot of the walking through of the forest, definitely. That was creepy and dark and
Mm.
hard to see what was going on or what was going to jump out at you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what other scenes? A lot of the stuff in the lodge, I guess, reminded me of Until Dawn,
Definitely. It's me too.
but yeah, big time.
It looked like the same lodge, actually.
It did look quite similar.
Yeah.
There were some sort of similarities for sure.
Mm.
Uh, what else? Some things about the werewolves and how they moved reminded me of how creepy the Wendigos were and just how like off, they're very fast. The werewolves were like the Wendigos on crack. Like the Wendigos, their bodies and how they moved were scary. The werewolves, their bodies were also scary, but their faces were really, really messed up. So those elements were similar for me too. The only difference for me was I had a hard time being scared by stuff in the Quarry because I've been a part of it. So Until Dawn was spookier for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I haven't asked anyone this. The werewolves, does anyone play them on the mocap stage, or is that purely done after as well?
So that's a good question, actually. We would do portions of the werewolf stuff, but we weren't doing any, hysterically fast movement or anything really, really creaturey. We did a little bit, but it was pretty limited. It would be kind of like in a scene where you're transitioning into that. It would be like the first little bit of it. And then we would do some vocalizations that they then took and like messed with to make sound scary, like the werewolves. But I know that they did do a bunch of stunts and different stuff over in the UK. So I kind of imagine that they would have done some motion capture that they altered as well.
Yeah,
Or
because
maybe they just altered our stuff. I'm not sure.
I've spoken to a few people that actually, specialize in creature work, which is a
Mhm.
weird field in motion capture, and they get on all fours, and it's really bizarre, but they're very talented people. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So maybe they
Very,
were involved in the UK. Those sort of people.
yeah,
Yeah.
could have been. Yeah.
Um, what? Here we go. Siobhan, your performance was phenomenal. Thank you for your time today. Laura was amazing, truly. Would you want to be in a future supermassive game? That's from Break Ops.
Oh my God. Yes. I would love to be. I've been trying to get Will to make me one.
To recast you in the next one, yeah, already.
I'm like, I can play it. It doesn't have to look like me. It doesn't have to sound like me. I can just do whatever. It's fine.
Come on,
Yeah,
Will.
I would love to.
Come on, Will. We need a Dan Allen Easter egg too.
Everybody
Come on,
go,
Will.
everybody go tweet Will and go tweet Supermassive and say,
Yeah,
we'll spend so much money for another Siobhan game.
yeah. And I'll happily be a werewolf that gets shot by Siobhan.
Thanks.
Dexter, what was it like to work with Emma in the live action project? Because I think it'd be cool. Oh, sorry, I think I've stuffed that up. I
That's
guess
okay.
what was it like to work with Emma?
I never worked with
Um,
her actually,
no, you didn't, did you?
but I
Yeah,
wish I did. I
yeah.
love Emma. I love her character.
Did you have any scenes in the game? I'm just trying to think.
No,
No, you never came across each other, did you?
no, our paths never crossed. I don't think there was even the possibility of them crossing.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because just because she's on the island, geography
Geography,
could have
man.
happened, but it's limited by geography.
And Jack here says, "What's it like working with Skylar? Mostly everything Max says just constantly makes me laugh."
Yeah, me too. It was amazing working with Skylar. I'm such a big fan of him and his work. Like, I'm obsessed with The Righteous Gemstones. I've watched a lot of the movies that he's done,
Have you
and
seen
he's
Vacation? I literally cried
oh,
laughing watching that. Oh man,
no, I haven't yet. Is
they
that the new one?
oh. Yeah, it came out in it came out in like 2015, I think. He's in
Oh,
it. Yeah. Well, it's,
like
but
they're like you're like yeah, like 1,200 years old. Yeah,
it's got it's
you're so
got
nice.
it's got Chris Hemsworth in it randomly, another
Oh
Aussie,
no,
and a couple other. Oh, it's so funny. I just found
no,
it.
I haven't seen it. Skylar must
Yeah,
be a little baby in it.
yeah, he is quite young actually. Yeah, he would be like a
Oh,
teenager there. Yeah, shit.
oh, no, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
loved working with him though. He's so sweet. Again, just such a genuine person and so easy to work with. And
Is he a gamer at all or anything? Did he know much about the world?
um, yes, I don't think that he's ever done motion capture before, but I can't remember if he played Until Dawn or not.
Mm.
I think he would have, obviously once he got the job, but I can't remember if he was familiar with it already or not. I can't remember if he's a gamer either. Honestly, I haven't. It's been so long
It's
since.
probably not something you ask, when
Long
that's something
time.
I would ask.
No, I mean, I
Uh,
think I just assumed
yeah,
assume that nobody is until they're like, "Oh, are you a
yeah.
big fan of blah blah blah?" And then I'm like, "Yeah."
Hey, do
Um,
you think you're going to hop on the Twitch bandwagon at all and play this? Do you think you're ever going to dabble into that?
I would really like to. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just I find it daunting having to set it up. Like I'm a bit nervous, but I would like to.
All
I
right.
just need some direction on
All right. I'll help you
how to
out. Let me know.
will you?
I can help you out. Yeah,
Ah, thanks.
yeah.
I will take you up on that because I would really like to do it. I've been wanting to. Just been scared.
Yeah, cuz who was on today? Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Miles, what?
Miles. I keep
Yeah.
I'm like you, I'm mixing up the characters.
It's okay.
Miles, yeah, he was on today. Thousands of people watching, and everyone was loving it.
Nice.
He was watching the Quarry, so that was. I think it'd be the same for you. Another one from Maya. Hi, Siobhan. Can you confirm? Oh no, we've already done that one. My apologies. Fez, you've had prior experience with motion capture in movies like Welcome to Marwen with Steve Carell. Would you say that helped you familiarize on the first day being on set with the Quarry? Oh, because you did motion capture on that. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. So yeah, definitely. The game that I did before probably prepared me more just because I probably had collectively like 40 days of doing it or something. And then Welcome to Marwen was just a week or something like that. Um,
Yeah.
and Welcome to Marwen was very different technology because Robert Zemeckis is a genius and always innovates and invents something new for everything that he does. So,
Yeah.
like that motion capture, we weren't wearing helmet cameras. We were actually being filmed by regular cameras,
Oh.
um, as well as all the motion sensors that exist within the motion capture volume. And like for example, the animated versions of ourselves had our real eyes and our real lips. That wasn't animated, but then the rest of the face was. So, like, there were slight differences in how we did that job. But absolutely everything informed me and helped me feel a lot more prepared coming onto set on day one. Actually, the hardest part of filming that movie was that we were doing it with Gwendolyn Christie, who is, I don't know, she's 6'2", something like that. But because we're all dolls, we're all meant to be the same height. So what they had to do was build like a platform for a lot of us to walk on. And she would walk a bit lower, like she would walk on the ground and we would walk higher. But also because we were dolls, they wanted us to wear the kind of shoes that dolls wear to like replicate the posture. So I was doing motion capture in 6-inch heels,
Oh, Jesus.
which like
That's
was so challenging.
that is, yeah. I can't say I've done that before, but
I don't recommend it. 0 out of 5.
6-inch heels. Shit. Okay.
Never worn them before or since. I have a picture and it's like normal motion capture and then like stripper shoes. Not practical for like being like free, but that's the whole idea, right? Like they wanted to, yeah.
I really need to watch this. I have to admit I haven't seen it, but now I'm going to watch it tonight. Is it on? What's it on?
I think it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
I think so.
And you proud of that one? How that turned out?
Yeah. I wasn't a huge part of that one. I was kind of in the beginning.
Okay.
Set the stage for the rest of the movie, but yeah, it was so awesome. Like working with Steve Carell, oh my god, was a dream, and with Robert Zemeckis. And
did the tech from the Capcom game, was that the same tech used for the Quarry, or did it change at all? Because it has been updated over the last few years. Like,
yeah. So I know they were working in Unreal still when we did that game, but I know that Digital Domain literally invented new software for the Quarry specifically.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the same, and it would have been a newer version of Unreal because I think we stopped filming that like in 2018, I think.
Yeah.
And then there were updates as the game went along, so would have been like an updated version plus all the Digital Domain extras.
So can I ask, you were born in England, right? But you're living in Vancouver, but you work in LA, but where's home? Vancouver's home, right?
I guess Vancouver's home now. Yeah. I'm a bit transient, I suppose.
Yeah. I know you love adventuring. I mean, I've seen photos of you everywhere. I'm so jealous. Like, I just want to go to all these fucking places. Oh, man.
Come.
I need to.
Switch and go for some hikes.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I tell you, it's just raining every day here in Melbourne at the moment. But
well, Vancouver's like that too. So
is it? Yeah. Jealous. Are you near the snow or what? Are you? Because I know you like snowboarding and that, right?
Yeah. So I live in Vancouver. So I'm kind of near the mountains, but they don't really get a lot of snow here. If you go a bit further north, like an hour and a half, then you hit way more snow. It totally changes. You're up in elevation and it's like a whole different planet. Vancouver, it rarely freezes, rarely gets snow. It's a very, very mild climate. Rains like 230 days of the year or something like that. But I'm originally so after my parents left England, I lived in Newfoundland till I was 6, and then I lived in Calgary, Alberta till I was 19. And Alberta is like the Texas of Canada. It's like the oil capital, prairies, cowboys, all that stuff.
So that's where the accent comes from, right? Calgary?
Yeah, I guess. Do I have an accent?
Well, you don't have a British accent, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No,
sadly.
Yeah.
I get
it's too young.
Yeah, right.
But Calgary gets really cold. It gets down to like -45 in the winter. Which I think is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit. So that's cold.
Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I think I may have been there. No, I've been to
I've
been to Toronto, and Montreal, Quebec.
Right.
Yeah.
All the eastern,
Yeah, it's actually a bit similar to Melbourne in a way in Australia. They've got some similarities. What age did you start acting, and when did you start your musical career, Siobhan? Will you be releasing any more new music in the future?
Um, okay, so
From
I started
Carly.
making
Sorry, from Carly.
Harley, cool. I started making music when I was really young, probably like 9 or 10.
Hmm.
Um, and I just recorded it on a Fisher Price tape recorder that I had had since I was tiny. And it would just write songs. And we had a piano in our house that I didn't know how to play, but I would play it and write songs. It's probably like plunking single.
uh,
So yeah, and I continued when I was like 14, I think. I bought my first guitar from a thrift shop, and my boyfriend at the time taught me how to play. And I just learned how to like do covers of songs and whatnot. And then I started writing my music on guitar and started using computer instead of the Fisher Price tape recorder, probably when I was like 15, 16 maybe. And yeah, for me, it was always just kind of a mode of therapy. It was just like getting my feelings out. It was always super personal. And that's why it took me a really long time to release it, because it was just something that had always been so much for me, like as a release. So I was definitely scared to put music out there into the world because of what it had always meant to me. But now that it is out there, I'm really excited, and I'm so happy that now people that played the Quarry have been listening to it. And yeah, I have some songs that I just need to get recorded. I have some demos that need producing, and as soon as that's done, it will be out.
what's the best way to support? Because I know not a lot of artists like Spotify. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, where
Yeah.
is there? Does it matter to you? Is there a better way to listen or support or what?
I mean, for me, I just want people to hear it. I just
Yeah,
want people to enjoy it, and like for it to change how they're feeling, or have it have a place in their day. That makes me really, really happy. Because I'm not at the level where it benefits me financially at all anyways. So it doesn't really matter to me. But I mean, I know there's a tier of like, I think Apple Music or iTunes, like buying on iTunes obviously is like the most, and then Apple Music is maybe the next. And then Spotify is like at the bottom. But I'm just
yeah,
happy for people to enjoy it. I love when
yeah.
people watch the music video too, because I had a lot of fun filming that. So I
Yes.
definitely recommend checking out the music video.
Where was that shot? That was shot in the snow somewhere.
Yeah, so that's in the interior, in the mountains in the interior, like towards Alberta, east of here, about
Yeah.
7 hours.
And you got a full
Yeah.
crew to shoot and everything, or is it
No, actually,
what?
it was just one guy basically, my friend Josh.
Wow. Well done,
And
Josh.
yeah, and my boyfriend. So they both are snowmobilers, and Josh does videography for a living, and he has a drone and all that stuff. So I just had this idea. I was like, do you guys want to make something together? I don't know. And he was like, yeah, totally. So we just went to a few different locations. The one place where we did all the mountain stuff was like so crazy. Like, so I'm terrified of heights. I am really,
Mm.
really scared of heights. For some reason that day I was not scared at all. Didn't mind it. And then I watched the footage and I was like, am I crazy? Literally like this. But I
Shit.
felt so safe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm very scared. I wouldn't go bungee jumping or anything or skydiving. I don't think I could do it.
Same.
You the
Me neither.
same? Yeah.
A heart attack probably. Or, yeah.
Wouldn't make it to the bottom.
I
Someone would.
wouldn't. People would be like, you'll be fine. I'd be like, no, I literally, that's how I died. I had a heart attack.
Uh, golden apples. How long did it take to shoot the quarry? 3 years,
So we
yeah.
started, yeah, we started in August 2019, and then I think they did their last shoot sometime in spring of 2022. So yeah, three years.
Aqua says, "Hi Siobhan, will the game have DLC or a season 2 or a sequel? Wouldn't we
Oh,
love
I don't
that?"
know. I don't know. I would love to know all of those things, but I don't.
No. What would you
Let's
do
hope
with,
so.
what would we do with a sequel? I mean,
Yeah,
it's probably tough, isn't it?
that's tricky because they'd have to make 186 sequels maybe for every potential ending.
Jesus, that sounds like a lot of
That's a
work.
great business concept.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I'm gonna text Will right now. I figured it out.
Surely you'd pick one ending and go with that. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. 186 endings. Oh, man. Hi, Siobhan. Love you.
Love you too.
I absolutely enjoyed and loved your work and performance in the Quarry, Siobhan. I love you very much. Guys, there's just no love for me. I'm just feeling a bit depressed.
Guys,
Uh,
someone needs to comment for Dan, like Siobhan and Dan.
I have a final question. What or who has gotten you into acting and music as a career? So, like, who was your inspirations?
Um,
If you had any, you might not have any.
for acting, I kind of don't really have a person, I guess. I could probably say the Lord of the Rings trilogy really inspired me to get into acting.
Oh, great answer.
Yeah,
Great
I
answer.
love those movies
Yeah.
so much. I love everyone in them. And they just made me want to experience other worlds and be a
Hmm.
part of people. I mean, those movies came out when I was like 12, or long before I ever thought about getting into acting. But I mean, it made a profound impact on me. So that stayed with me. And then music was the other question. Also, I think like I have so many artists that I absolutely love, but I'm not really trying to like sound like them
Can you give
because
us
of
a
a
couple or not? Do you want to reveal a
yeah,
couple? Yeah.
sure. Queen has always been a huge one for me. Who else? I love like 70s. So Queen, 10cc, Supertramp, ELO. Those
Oh,
are some
wow.
of my
Nice.
favorites.
Good
Um,
taste.
Thanks. And then I mean, there's so many. My tastes really change a lot over the years, though. So like, who inspired me 5 years ago might be totally different than right now. I loved emo music growing up. Like when I was a teenager, I was so into like Brand New and Taking Back Sunday and Jimmy Eat World and like all of those bands, Amberlin, all of them. And they like really influenced the type of music that I listened to and still listen to. In fact, I just made like a playlist on Spotify a month ago that was like all of those bands because I missed them and I wish it was still a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I just like don't I'm not super stoked about the modern music scene,
Oh,
which
no, me either. No.
maybe I'm just out of touch or maybe I'm a snob. I don't know. I just
No.
find it hard. Like it's also really saturated. It's so different now that we have streaming.
I
And
can't
it
turn
like
the radio on. I can't turn it on. Uh,
me neither.
I have to put my own stuff on. It's just
Yeah,
all, it sounds the same.
totally. I just I just actually was introduced to an artist called Goody Grace, who's from Manitoba. He's Canadian actually.
Oh,
And I've
nice.
been listening to his stuff a lot because he has such an emo connection, but with like a modern twist. His music's super cool and it reminds me of the stuff that I used to listen to. And
Yeah.
he's cool.
Um, I love you, Siobhan and Dan, Michael says. Trenton says, hey, Dan, just want to say love you, man.
Good.
And then Viking says, who is Dan?
Oh my God. Yeah, right. That's
uh,
great. Good sense of
oh,
humor.
shit. Are you excited for the next Dark Pictures game from Lefty, which is
Um,
the next supermassive game?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, I've only played the first one. I've only played Man of Medan and I loved it, actually. I was super excited. I think that I played it right before like a big life transition. And I think I was living like off the grid for a bit and stuff and kind of forgot about the subsequent ones. But now I'm very excited to go back and play them all because I have this like little library.
Off the grid. What does that
Mhm.
mean?
Like without cell phone reception or internet or electricity.
Whoa. And what's
Yeah.
that like?
Awesome. I love it so
Freeing?
much.
Yeah.
Very, yep.
Shit. No electricity, no phone. I might
It's a
go.
really,
I need that probably. Actually,
yeah.
yeah.
It,
I think it's
people
good to
feel
do
that.
every now and again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is just to unwind and like detach from. We're just so connected all the time, you
So
know.
you camping or just
I have a family cabin.
nice, nice,
Had for quite a while, yeah. Yeah,
awesome.
it's great.
Is it called Hackett's Quarry?
Um,
Great joke. Yeah. You're amazing, Siobhan. Laura is the best character.
ah, thank you.
Hello, Siobhan. First of all, I love you with all my heart. Second, do you think you will go to any conventions down the road? I'd love to go and meet you. That's from Jen.
First of all, Dan, I love you with all my heart.
Oh,
Um,
thank you so much.
and
I needed that, Siobhan, you know?
good, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Secondly, Jen, yes, I do hope to do some conventions down the road. That's in the works. So hopefully I will see you there.
It's in the works.
In the
Ooh,
works.
here we go. Get ready.
Yeah.
Eclipse. As soon as I finished the quarry, I was and still am obsessed with your character. You're so awesome.
Whoa, you just sounded exactly like somebody else. Was that who did you just sound like? Holy shit, that was uncanny. I can't,
I don't know. Yeah. I'm
good
just
impression though.
good impression, yeah, of someone out there. Yeah, you're so awesome. I'm obsessed
Thank
with your
you.
character. Dexter, to be honest, I'd like to see your song "I'm in Love with Your Lies" in a chick flick movie intro because that'd be
Oh,
very cool.
yes, it would be very well suited to that.
Mm.
That would be fun.
I'm so sorry, Dan. I love both you and Siobhan. Don't be depressed. You're the man for being able to be in such wonderful interviews with people like Siobhan and Ted.
You're so lucky people let you into these interviews with these amazing people, Dan.
Still no compliments about me. Just that I've got amazing people on. Oh man. I've picked the wrong profession, haven't I?
Oh my God. Oh my
Uh,
God.
are you still in touch with any actors from the Quarry?
Yeah, I sure am. I all of the actors that I've worked with, actually, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I talk the most. Skylar and I catch up every so often too. And I also text with Zach and Miles, and we're all trying to figure out how we can live stream together, the three of us. So that will
Oh
be
wow.
happening.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, everybody. Get ready.
Hmm.
I'll give you a couple more because I know you're very busy. Um, do you have a funniest moment on set, Siobhan, that you can recall, where you just died laughing? I know you mentioned the one with Miles before. Is there anything else that rings a bell?
Um, I mean, man, so many. Like the whole thing is just a riot of laughter.
Yeah.
One that stands out to me is just when I was doing the one scene with Lance Henriksen where I have him by the throat and I'm like lifting him up. He just kept telling me to choke him harder. I just like I was just like I'm not comfortable with choking you any harder though. Like respectfully, no.
Oh, he's a legend. He is a
He's
legend.
such a legend and he is so funny. Like
Is
he's
he?
so funny. Oh
Oh,
my God, yeah. And I don't think he's trying to be funny, but he is. Um,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other ones.
He's been in Aliens, Call of Duty. I mean, he's been in everything. He really
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
yeah. What a face. Like he's just someone you want to like watch.
I know exactly the scene. You're in the room, he barges in and you have the fight. I know
Yeah,
exactly the scene. That's just so
yeah,
funny that he
yeah, it
said
is really
choke
good.
me harder.
I I know. He's like, you could really joke me. I was like,
You just don't want to, yeah.
yeah, it was so cute. Yeah, I wish I could remember more. We were just spread out over
Yeah,
such a long time, and like there were so many laughs.
yeah. Do you laugh when
Yeah.
you do those lines like what was it, dickhole and all those
Yeah.
funny lines? Do you laugh
Oh, yeah.
like
Well, ideally, I laugh after we finish the scene.
yeah?
But there was, I'm sure, some good bloopers as well.
Okay, Siobhan, we've got this is the best question of the night. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Casey, Dan, how does it feel to be the sexiest man alive?
Oh, that is a good question. Yes.
And
How
I
does it
look,
feel, Dan?
Casey, I don't know how it feels because that's definitely not me. So,
Stop that.
um, oh
Winning
god.
question, guys. Come at him.
Hey, Siobhan, tell me about this other game you're in. I don't know if you're allowed to, but is it called The Chant?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
coming out in the fall, I think. I
cool.
haven't, to be honest, I haven't seen anything of it yet. It's not like the Quarry where I've seen a ton of stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it and like see it come to life big time.
just a
But yeah,
little indie project.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a game company from Vancouver here. Um and yeah, I play the lead of that as well. It's horror.
nice.
Yeah, it doesn't look like me. And yeah, it's a horror game. I think it's gonna be kind of like, I think the gameplay is gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be kind of Witcher-esque in its gameplay. It's
Really?
uh,
Right.
more of like a horror game. Yeah, I
Wow.
think that the strategy and stuff will be really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, these questions are getting ridiculous now. Ask
Oh,
what does she think about your beard? I mean, we're getting off topic now, guys, please. All
I think
right.
your beard is fantastic.
Oh man. Okay. Andrew, what was it like filming the death scenes, Siobhan?
Um, Death scenes are always a mixed bag. They're always like super cool because when in life do you get to be that loud and like insanely it's very exhilarating, but
Yeah.
it's also very fucked up and twisted and like a bit weird because you're imagining the physiology of what your body is going through and like, oh, when I'm choking to death on my own blood, what would that sound like? And
Oh
when I'm
God.
being pulled from this angle, what would that feel like? And so mentally it's very weird. And sometimes you don't think it's going to affect you when you're doing it. And then afterwards you're kind of like, oh my God, that was really heavy. But at the same time, it's cool because in life, when was the last time you were like lying on the ground being like,
Just
it's a cool
just
thing to be
before the
alive.
interview, actually. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
probably.
prepare for these. Oh shit! It's a pleasure to have you on, Siobhan. Hopefully, we can get you back for the chant whenever that
Yeah,
releases. Hey, I
totally. Big
love
time.
I love horror. A lot of my subscribers love horror as well. We're big Resident Evil fans and Last of Us, so that sounds right down our alley. Is there anything you want to say to the fans quickly?
I think just thank you so much for being so supportive and especially thank you for taking the time to check out my music because I'm floored by how many people have been responding to it and actually like looking it up, which is so awesome to me.
Yeah,
And just really, really thrilled that Laura is so loved by many, hated by many too. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Everyone is
hated.
fine.
I haven't seen any hate.
Well, some people will say she's annoying.
Oh, who are they? Seriously,
Yeah, right.
get them out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. But no, yeah, I'm just really, really hyped that everyone's
All right, guys. Siobhan's YouTube is currently 958. Let's get that way over the thousands followers. Let's just link that in now because that needs to be a lot higher, Siobhan. That needs to be.
thank
So let's
you.
just, guys. We need to go ahead and sub over there right now and like the video as well. Everything, which is my favorite song personally.
Thank you.
I'm also a
Cool.
fan of Satellite, which we played earlier. I haven't listened to In Love with Your Lies
Have you
yet.
listened to Whispers in the Hall?
No. Well, I like that one as well.
I think so. I think that's probably it's tied for my favorite with everything. They're very different. Whispers in the Hall is
Ooh.
kind of like a homage to doo-wop, like doo-wop music, which, I like the old
Yeah.
time stuff. So
Yeah, I got to say, your voice is very soothing. Like, it's very. I wouldn't expect you to have that voice. Like, I don't know. It's like. I'm trying to compliment you here, by the way.
thank you.
But.
Because my regular voice is so shrill, Dan.
No,
Thanks. Um,
no, it's just. It's very. I don't know what the word is. Enchanting, or. I don't know. We have got you over
go
1,000
on.
subs, so that's good. Um,
Oh, thanks, guys. And thank you for plugging it. That's sweet. And thank you for saying I have a soothing voice. I'm really happy to hear that. It's great.
yeah, so thank the fans. And also, any upcoming projects that else you want to plug? Anything else?
Nothing that I can talk about at the moment.
More games. More games? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Yes, come on. We need to see you in more games. Just
Yeah.
wink 3 times if you're in another game. Nothing you can plug? Okay, but there is more music coming, and just keep a lock on for the Twitch stuff, yeah?
Yeah, you got it.
Beautiful. Before I let you go, is there anything Laura can say to Dan
Oh,
to put you on the spot? But I I don't know. Is that possible?
probably eat shit.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Love you, Dan. I don't know. That seems to be a fan favorite. So
Okay.
I feel like that's what you would have wanted me to say.
Yeah, definitely. Eat
Would you
shit.
like me to say? Let me think of something nice, Laura says.
Are you sure you want that one in my B-roll footage of you saying eat shit? You want to be remembered for that? Come on.
Like different journalists are like, should we interview Siobhan? How did the last one go? I don't know. Oh my God. I think I'm happy with that. If you're happy with it,
No, I'm very happy. Very happy with eat shit.
you can just do to end this and start calling. Nobody told me that was all Siobhan was great, and Siobhan she told me to eat shit, and I'm sorry.
No, it's a pleasure to have you on, and I look forward to doing it again someday, Siobhan. Have a great day. Everybody say thank you, and make sure to follow Siobhan on Twitter and Instagram. Are they the same? Just Siobhan, or?
Instagram is Siobhan, and then Twitter is SiobhanW_.
Beautiful. I'll have those links in the description. You can go and follow her there. Subscribe on YouTube. Siobhan, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, it's been so nice chatting with you. Thank you so much for having me, Dan. And
No worries
thank
at
you
all.
so much, everybody, for tuning in and for all your great questions. And
yeah, great questions. All right. Thanks, Siobhan. Have a great night. Enjoy.
Thank you. You too.
See ya.
Take it easy. Okay, bye.
The greatest interviewer of all time, Dan Allen Gaming.
You thought I was going to play the trailer again? Well, you're right. Joking. And there you have it, guys. That's Siobhan Williams. She is a singer-songwriter, actor, gamer, and an absolute legend. That was hilarious.